So I'm from Fayetteville, went to high school here, and I was raised a rabid Duke fan. I watched every Duke basketball game on TV, and basically from first grade on, I knew I wanted to go to Duke. So I knew Duke was a difficult school and that I needed to bust my butt throughout school. I mean, starting in second grade, I was busting my butt, basically, so that I could develop the work ethic and keep the grades up so that when it came time, I'd be able to, apply and get accepted to Duke. And fortunately, I did. And that was probably one of the better days of my life was when I got that acceptance letter from Duke. So, I went to Duke, and I was pretty sure I wanted to become a dentist. Kind of talked about that in the other video that I made. And man, I loved going to Duke. I met the most interesting people, had the most unique friends. My roommate's name was, freshman year, was Lincoln Larson, and he was probably epitofied all my friends at Duke. He was the most well-educated redneck you've ever met, well-cultured redneck you've ever met in your life. A world traveler, but very much a redneck. So if you can imagine that, So I had a blast at Duke. I studied really hard because I wanted to go to dental school, and I kept my grades up at dental school. I'm not one of those people that that I can just study the night before a test. I mean, I bust my butt. I've always busted my butt to get good grades. And then after college, I decided to actually take a year off from college, and I bust my butt so hard for so many years. I just thought I needed a break so I could refocus and hit dental school hard, up and running when I got there. So one of the things I did in my year off was I coached high school soccer, which was a blast. I coached high school soccer at Northern Durham. And then also the summer before I went to college, dental school, I was a water ski and wakeboard instructor at a camp in Western North Carolina, which was also a blast. And then I got to dental school, and I had a good time my first year, but dental school was overall not a fun time. And I do have some nightmares still to this day of stuff that happened, but most of the stuff that happened in dental school I can laugh about. But I learned patience from dental school and perseverance, and I made it through, and I don't wish that on anybody. It was worth it, but it wasn't a fun time. So anyways, while I was in dental school, I spent a lot of time with the different specialties in dental school, and I just really like general dentistry, being able to have the opportunity to do a lot of different things. And I ended up applying to do a general practice hospital residency, and I got accepted to match with my top choice, which was Palmetto Richland in Columbia, South Carolina, and I had a great time at residency. I had great mentors, did a lot of surgery, found out that I really loved surgery, and working with people with complex medical situations, and just kind of doing more outside of the box type stuff. And I like doing things where I have to think about what I'm doing and to try to solve problems. And so after my residency, I moved to North Carolina, and I took the North Carolina board exam as a patient-based exam. Most stressful thing I've ever done in my life. It's probably about 2 years worth of dental school into one day. Well, it was actually 2 days, but by the second day I didn't have any stress left. But it was not a fun experience. People were failing left and right around me, and it was bad. I don't like to talk about it too much, but I passed, and I didn't have to do it again. And I got my North Carolina dental license. And then first real job I had as a dentist, I was working for a community health clinic, and I was the head of a clinic in Dublin, North Carolina, for most of my experience with this community health organization. And so I worked there for a while, and then I decided that it was time for me to get into private practice, and I worked for a dentist in Fayetteville, up Ramsey Street, Dr. Bright. I worked there for 4 years and had a really good time there. And while I was there, I started to realize that I liked treating more unique things. I really became passionate about TMJ problems and headaches that were related to the TMJ problems, and also more recently with obstructive sleep apnea and its relationship to headaches and TMJ problems. And so I basically, less than a year ago, I left his office and I started my own office, niche type practice, where I treat the more difficult situations. And yeah, I have a great staff here, and the first year has been really tough, but it's been a great time. I've enjoyed making videos and building my website, and meeting the new patients, and just been very difficult, but also a great experience. And I'm looking forward to continuing to grow and meeting a lot more great patients, and really helping people in town that nobody else seems to be able to help adequately.